Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Madness. I'm Crazy Ken, and glad you're all here joining us tonight. Tonight, we're going to be going over Vintage 8. This came recommended from one of you guys, Children Under the House, high res. Please make sure and give a chance to go to Vintage 8's channel, subscribe, and turn on the little notification bell so you get all of his notifications when they produce it. These guys are the reason that I get to do what I get to do. So without further ado, I guess we could go ahead and get started. So actually, let me go over this one a bit. So I've heard a little bit about this. This series is kind of unique because it's told with children's drawings. So I don't know really what to expect. I know it was highly recommended, and just from the little captions I see here, it looks really interesting. So I think we should enjoy this one. I'll do my best to explain it as we go along. And again, thank you all for being here, and let's get started. Last week, I purchased a repurposed storage locker. Inside was an old desk with an outdated computer and filing cabinet. The letterhead of a few loose documents read, "The office of Julia Liu." From what I could find, she was a successful child therapist in Kate's Crossing from the late 70s to early 90s. Her obituary stated that she died on December... Hold on, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Her obituary stated that she died on December 18th, 2015. At a glance, this seemed like a typical haul. Typical, if not for the collection of VHS tapes hidden in the false bottom of a desk drawer.
Hey John, $1 million idea. A way to share a video without waiting on the mail. What do you think? Anyway, as I said on the phone, I think this may be the easiest way to get you up to speed on what I'm dealing with here. And before you ask, no, we don't have releases for the family. They refuse to have their likeness involved in any way. However, they did allow me the use of Jessica's drawings. We will need to change their names when we get to the writing stage. Regardless, I think you'll be able to see why I think this will make one hell of a book.
Hi, Rachel Smith. Welcome to the channel.
So, prior to our first session, each member of the family was given the standard questionnaire. The results are as followed. The patient's name is Jessica Daniels. Jessica, or Jess, as she prefers to be called, is 7 years old. Normal birth, no complications, no medical issues. She's intelligent.
Okay, we're seeing a little girl.
Highly empathetic.
Stick drawing. Look, she looks happy.
The child was born in Houston, Texas, where she never had issues in school or socializing with peers or adults.
Rachel, you should particularly like this one.
Beautiful house. I love how it's built up on columns. And I'm sure you remember the Clarks from your time here. Sweet old couple. They own that little dive you used to drag me to for lunch. What was it? Oh yeah, the Burger Shack. But anyway, according to her mother, Carol, Jess had a particularly tough time adjusting. She didn't notice anything out of the ordinary until the second week. Wednesday night, to be exact. They think it was after midnight when Jess ran into her mother's room screaming. She claimed there were people living under the house. Carol dismissed this as a nightmare, but it started happening night after night until Jess finally refused to sleep in her room. She moved the child's bed to her room, but Jess continued to wake up saying the same thing. She could hear people talking under the floor. Carol made sure to note that Jess never had problems sleeping in Houston. Adam, the child's father, fed up with having the child sleeping in the room, devised a simple solution.
Okay, looks like
he
an angry
brought her
dad.
Into the house, tried to show her that there wasn't anything there.
Little girl's crying.
And according to Adam, there wasn't, but Jess was convinced she saw something. The girl got into a ball and screamed until her voice gave out. She's been mute since that day. After a series of tests and multiple second opinions, no physician could find anything wrong. There's nothing hindering the girl from speaking. Therefore, the conclusion is that her condition is mental in nature. The drawings you are seeing are currently her only form of communication. From observations and the questionnaire, I have a few thoughts on the other family members. Carol Daniels. She's the children's primary caregiver. From what I can observe, she's a caring mother. However, she is deeply resentful of her husband Adam for forcing them to move from Houston to Kate's Crossing. Adam Daniels is an obvious workaholic. He spends the
Are you
majority
guys
of
hearing
his time
everything
at work.
okay?
Dean, her brother, typical early teen. He wasn't happy about the move, but seems to be adjusting adequately. Give me a call after you digest this material. Love to talk strategy.
All right, that looks like we're end of questionnaire. Okay. All right, so what I'm getting from this one is that family moves from Houston to Louisiana, Kate's Crossing. Goes in there, she sees something in the house. Something terrifies her so much that she just stops talking. I'm definitely intrigued. How about you guys? Mom, dad, take her to a therapist. Therapist, is doing their original note. So this is all found foot. This seems to be a found footage video, where somebody purchased a storage locker and got a bunch of VHS tapes and some drawings and stuff. So this should definitely be interesting. I'm liking it already. I already like where it's going. Let's go ahead and move on to the next video. Creepy Clown Girl, hello, how you doing? Good news, Miss Daniels. Ooh, good news. Miss Daniels will allow me to tape record my voice during the sessions. I will splice in Jessica's pictures and give a general description and notes when appropriate. All right, if anybody else is out there, please share this around. Remember to share the video around. Let everybody else know we're live tonight for Midnight Madness. All right, let's go ahead and pick this up. This is episode 2. Good to see you, CCG. If anybody else is on in Discord land, tell them we're doing this analog horror tonight, please. Session 1.
Hi, Jess. My name is Miss Julia. How are you today? Has your mom or dad told you why you're here? So how about we get to know each other? Would you like that? What's your favorite food? Mine's spaghetti. What's your favorite color? I like that one too.
I'm sorry, I should be reading these.
Tell me
I was
about your
getting a little
family.
too into the, I was trying to make sure the sound was right. So we're going to go ahead and back that up a little bit.
Would you like that?
All right. Session 1. Here we go.
Hi, Jess. My name is Miss Julia. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm going to be speaking for Jess.
Has your mom or dad told you why you're here?
To talk.
So how about we get to know each other? Would you like that?
Okay.
What's your favorite food? Mine's spaghetti.
Picture of French fries.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
I like that one too. Tell me about your family.
That's mom cooking over a stove with a packet of hot in their hand. Dad's on his computer. Brother, blah, blah, blah on the phone, or sister. I think it's brother. And Jess with a doll missing an eye, sad.
Why are you frowning?
No reply.
Okay, so how about you tell me who that is?
Pointing to the picture of a teddy bear missing an eye. No reply.
Did your mom or your dad get him for you?
No. He belongs to my friend.
That's very sweet. Tell me more about your friend. I want to make a note here. She stared in the corner of the room as if she was waiting for permission. She
Thank
then
you,
shook her
Rachel.
head in the negative. Is someone here, Jess? Is that your friend in the corner?
A picture of a phantasm, it looks like, or a blur with the face.
Another note. That clearly looks like a face. It appears that she has an imaginary friend. What's their name? Maybe we could all play together. Note. She would no longer participate in my questions at this point. Regardless, I thought this was a decent first session. Let's try to talk by the end of next week.
End of session 1. Okay, it looks like we're about to go on to... All right, so at this point, we have a little girl who lost her voice. We have a therapist who's trying to reach this girl. This girl will not speak. She's writing everything down and drawing pictures. We know that she has an imaginary friend and a teddy bear. Let us continue. Episode 3. Session 2.
So how are you doing today?
Fine.
And what did you do last night?
Watch TV, it looks like.
Let's play a game. If a genie came out of a bottle and granted you 3 wishes, what would those be?
No reply.
How about I go first then?
Loves the beach. To eat what I want and not gain a pound.
I'm hoping
And
the
a
last
happy
one can
Jess.
be true. Want to try?
Okay. Picture of her family. Back to Houston. Looks like a drawing of a bunch of angels under it coming out of a house.
Are these angels? Is this who you think lives under your house?
Kinda.
So you wish they'd leave?
I wish they could.
Let's talk about your friend, okay? Okay, John. Again, the girl stared into the corner of the room almost like she was waiting for permission. Is that your friend? What's their name?
No reply.
Would you tell me their name if I gave you a sucker? How about 2? One for you and one for them. Once again, the girl looked into the corner of the room, then shook her head yes.
Looks like a dead Jess, got X's over her eye and a bloody mouth. How's my camera quality? Is that looking okay, guys?
Note, I have to admit, I found that image
Oh,
quite disturbing.
that's Mia.
However, it isn't the
She seems to
creepiest
be loose.
imaginary friend that I've had drawn for me.
All right, so this is pretty creepy. This is Mia. She looks like she has 2 X's over her eye, a bloody mouth, and she's missing her lower half torso. Anyway, how's my just out of curiosity, folks, how's my camera coming through? Is it coming through okay? Or am I a little blurry there? All right, let's continue.
Does your friend live under the house?
Yes.
How many friends live under the house?
10, maybe more.
Why do you think they're there?
No reply.
Are you still scared of them?
No reply.
Would you like them to go away?
Oh.
No, a picture frame fell off the wall. It was located
That
in
was
the
good.
corner of the room she claimed her friend was standing. Needless to say, it gave us both a good jump. Ha ha.
That's what I'm gathering, CC. I'm thinking the little girl is a little too
10 imaginary
to talk.
friends. That child has a lot to say, but she's having trouble finding someone to say it to. Most likely the father. For homework, I'm going to try and have Dad ask questions, mirror what we're doing at home. Alright, John, I look forward to our chat Sunday. Bye.
End of session 2.
And sorry this tape is a little late, but I think I have rats. Something has snuck into my office and eaten all the candy.
Maybe there is a ghost.
Hey John, tomorrow is Jess's appointment, but I had a few
Session
thoughts
4
I'd like
or
to share,
session
so
3?
forgive me if I start rambling. You and I have seen quite a few disturbing children's drawings. But I must admit, after re-examining this drawing, I feel there is something oddly true about this image. I feel like this drawing is rooted in something the child has seen, perhaps a movie or something on the news. Maybe Dean tried to scare her, or it could be as simple as a scary story. I've even thought that maybe the imaginary children might represent friends she left behind in Houston. Maybe Maya was her best friend.
Session 3.
Hey Jess, would you like to play another game? Let's draw a picture of you as an adult.
Okay. That was a picture of her as a doctor?
Why do you want to be a doctor?
To help people.
And I'm sure you will. That's a very good quality to have. So, what does Maya want to be when she grows up? Note, as you might suspect, John, Jess once again became fixated with the same corner of the room. She shook her head in the negative over and over, and the motions became more and more aggressive. And as I was about to stop the young girl, Jess picked up a crayon.
Maya doesn't get to grow up.
Why is that, Jess? No. I'll be honest, John. I was scared to ask that question.
No reply.
Everybody gets to grow up, Jess.
Not if they're dead. Oh,
You think Maya is dead?
yeah. Looks like we have a car with 2 people in it and Maya in the trunk or the bed of a truck. And it looks like the truck hit a pole and threw the people out of the car and cut Maya in half. That's not creepy or anything.
Why was she in the trunk?
She doesn't remember. Now she lives under the house with her friends.
What can you tell me about her friends?
They're all very sad. Aww. Only I can see them.
So, do you play with the other friends?
Some of them. Some of them scare me.
And why is that?
Because they want to hurt me. And force me to live under the house.
Does Maya want to hurt you?
No, she protects me. I know, right? Time's up. Oh.
Before you go, Jess, can you do me a favor? For our next session, can you tell me more about your friends? Draw them?
Yes. By the way, they are sorry about eating the candy.
No,
I knew
and
it.
I'm sure you will ask, I don't know how she knew I was out of candy. There was a moment she was alone when she first arrived. Maybe she peeked in the desk. That's likely it, or the child is talking to the dead.
End of session 3. Oh.
Usually my conversations with Mrs. Daniels don't extend too much beyond the session and pleasantries, but this time I could tell the woman was in distress. She asked quite a few questions about Maya. I of course told her that most children have imaginary friends and that I wouldn't worry. She was also very curious about the Clarks and if they had any children. Of course, as far as I know, the Clarks didn't. When I questioned her curiosity, she mentioned that they have found some old toys, such as Jess's bear, a toy truck, and a few other things. Mrs. Daniels also mentioned that Jess has been taking things and hiding them in her room as well as under the house. I'll have to ask her about this in the next session.
I'll send Adam's homework after I've had a chance to go through the material. I don't expect to be too impressed. All right, I think we're on to episode 5, homework. I know, right, Rachel? I told you you'd love it. The following drawings and notes are the result of the homework I gave Adam and Jess. Night 1, Wednesday. How are you doing, sweetie? That's from Adam. Fine, I guess. That's Jess. How was the thing with Dr. Lou? Good. We like her. We? Mia and me. Right. Sorry, Maya. I forgot. So are you looking forward to school? Not really. Sad face. I'm scared kids are gonna think I'm weird. Honey, why would you think that? Because I am. I can't talk. And I see ghosts. They're imaginary, not dead. I'm sure Dr. Lou is telling you the same things. Mia is not real. Of course she is. I can see her behind you. You hurt Mia's feelings. You hurt Mia's feelings. Maya's feelings. You made them mad. Now I am mad. Fine. Fine. Get ready for dinner. Night 2, Thursday. How was your day, baby? How was your day, baby? Fun. Her and Maya playing with the teddy bear in the picture. Maya read me a story. Is it Maya or Mia? got a picture of Cut in Half Maya. Very good people. And we're doing mean things to kids, possibly, you know, the ending, their life. Okay, it looks like we have other kids playing. Oh no, they're playing hopscotch. That's what it looks like. What was wrong, Dad? What's wrong, Dad? You look scared. Go watch TV. I have more work to do. Night 3, Friday. We'll do the question thing later. Night 4, Saturday, no homework. 5, Sunday, no homework. 6, Monday, Carol does the assignment for Adam. Dad had to work late, so we are going to do the homework, okay? This is Carol, the mom. Okay. You think I'll ever hear your voice again? I don't know. Sometimes I think about taking you and Dean back to Houston. You can't do that. They will never let me leave. I don't think they'll let any of us leave. Who? I know you've seen them. Out of the corner of your eyes. Hear things. Notice things aren't where you left them. They're always there. Who, baby? The children under the house. Looks like it's a picture of a bunch of either the family. Yeah, it's the family. And we have all kinds of what looks like ghosts or different children that are under the house around them. We're their family now. And you can't leave family. Ooh, right?
There is a lot to unpack here. At times, I feel as if she was antagonizing Adam with the drawings, almost like she was trying to push him away just to see if he'd stay. Unfortunately, Adam did just as she expected. Jess probably won't speak until she can finally let this world go and accept that her parents' problems aren't her fault. Speaking of which, I probably should recommend a good marriage counselor for Adam and Carol. Alright, John, I'm looking forward to your thoughts as usual.
Homework. Episode 6, The Conversation. Earlier today, Carol stopped by the office unannounced. She handed me a folder of additional drawings by Jess. All right, before we go in, I want to kind of go over what I took out of those last couple episodes there. So Jess is going in, and the therapist assigned her instructions to have written conversations with her folks, at least with their dad. I think when the dad was seeing the pictures of the hopscotch, he got uncomfortable and scared for his little girl. I mean, as a father of a little girl, I understand this. Like she's drawing these strange things of her imaginary friends cut in half, has no lower half. That would be a little troubling, right? They're playing hopscotch, and there's this little teddy bear, right? That nobody seems to know where it came from. CC Creepy Clown Girl says it sounds like the Parks were not very good people and were doing mean things to kids, possibly, ending their life. It's the Clarks, and I agree with that. That's where my suspicion is, but I really, really love the way they've done this. It's not it's not super fancy or anything else, but the concept of it, the kid can't talk, so she's writing everything out in crayon. That is spooky as shit. Right now I'm sitting here with goosebumps going up and down my spine. So, all right, let us go ahead and continue on. Earlier today, Carol stopped by the office unannounced. She handed me a folder of additional drawings by Jess. Let's see what these drawings are. I'm curious. I like where this is going. I could tell that she had been drinking, but it wasn't to the point where I felt it would impaired her thinking. The notes included on this tape are from memory. Regardless, I think you will find them worrisome. Conversation. Oh, I'm loving this. Hello, Dr. Lou. How are you? This is from Carol. Julia. Fine, Carol. What can I do for you? Do we have an appointment? No, I'm here alone. I feel so damn stupid. I let myself believe it all could be true. I let myself believe it all could be true. I'm not following, Carol. I'm sorry. I'm kind of all over the place. A small part of me is relieved. And the other part is just really worried about my little girl. Little picture of Jess on there. Maybe start at the beginning. Have you looked at the home? Have you looked at the homework? Of course. I let myself believe it, all of it. Jess seems so convinced, so sure. Ooh, we got some all the dead children under the house here, and somebody's on fire, it looks like. I thought, well, hell, maybe there are dead people living under the house. After all, my kid can't be crazy. Jess is not crazy. She's just a kid dealing with a lot. I started seeing them too, Dr. Lou. Who did you see? Her friends. Looks like one of the kids got decapitated. Can't really make out too much here. Somebody's bones. There's Mia. I believed in an afterlife. It's not that big of a stretch. I believe in an afterlife. It's not that big of a stretch, right? There are lots of reasons that could cause this stress. Exhaustion. My son has seen things too. Looks like some hands reaching out of the ground after the sun. Things he can't explain. He's heard Jess talking to another girl, but always finds her alone. Her and the little teddy bear again, the one-eyed teddy bear, which is funny because I had a one-eyed teddy bear when I was a kid. Here's Jess and some black arms going all over the place. You know, that bear of hers, we've thrown it away a dozen times. Mr. Barnaby, and it comes back every time. So now we have the name for the bear, Mr. Barnaby. You know, I have a colleague. I think you could. That could. I have a colleague. I think could help. Maybe you and your husband could benefit from a session. No, I don't need that. I know all of this is just in her head. What happened? I had the whole yard dug up. Every inch. Every tree. Outside the house. And now we got a picture of the house. And holes dug everywhere around the house. Whoa. And underneath, it's like under the house there, maybe? Police even brought dogs. You know what? You know what we found? Nothing. Good night, CCG. There are no kids under the house. Just a box of toys and a few menus from some old restaurant called the Burger Shack. Toys. Burger Shack. Thanks for listening. Adam thinks we've all lost our minds. It's just good to have someone to talk to. It's just good to have someone to talk to. I still need to call the Clarks. See if they want their stuff. We will see you tomorrow. Bye. Conversation.
I am very concerned for Jess as well as her entire family. It's fortunate that she was able to let go of the delusion, but it is concerning how quickly she chose to buy into it. If things continue to deteriorate, we may need child services to step in. Let's speak after you get this. Talk soon, John.
All right. Wow, everyone. That was
Hi, John.
pretty creepy there, huh? So what I'm gathering is so what I got out of that episode was that the mom come in to see the therapist and explained that she had the police come with cadaver dogs, dug up the whole entire yard, every tree to try to see if her daughter was right, even dug up the basement and found nothing but a box of toys and an old menu for a place called the Burger Shack. That is definitely interesting. All right, let us go ahead and continue here. 1 sec here, folks. I want to take a break, fill up my water glass, and then we'll continue. Just give me 2 seconds. Because this crap's got me drinking water. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. All right. Here we go.
It's a few hours before Jess's session, and I just received a phone call that absolutely made my day. Adam called and asked if I had a reference for a marriage counselor. This is an incredible step forward. I'd like to think that it was something I did, but the likelihood is Carol's recent actions have had an effect. Or at least in his own words, it's time to focus on what's important. This gives me a tremendous amount of hope. Even if they can't save their marriage, they may be able to learn how to cope and keep their problems from spilling onto Jess. Actions have had an effect.
Session 4.
Note, considering what I have reviewed in the homework and the conversation with Mrs. Daniels, I was surprised to find Jess in such a chipper mood.
Happy Jess. And her and Mia playing.
Hello, Jess. How are you today?
Great. And Mia says hi too.
Oh, hello, Maya. So what's
Maya.
new with you? Note, she opened a manila folder and handed me a note from her dad.
I'm sorry about the last few weeks. I'm sorry about a lot of things. I can do better. I will do better for you, your mom, and your brother. I love all of you more than I love myself, and I'm going to start showing it. I'm ready to start believing you, baby. Love, Dad.
Note, clearly Adam is turning a corner. I believe this will be very important in getting Jess to start speaking again. This is great, Jess. So is this why you're in such a good mood?
Yeah. And Dad wants to take us on a vacation. We might go to the beach or the mountains. He said Mia could come too. Isn't that great?
Of course it is. Either place sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll keep my fingers crossed for the mountains. Did you have a chance to do the homework?
Yep. Mia helped. Or Maya helped.
Note, John, I thought I was prepared to see what she wanted to show me. I was wrong.
Looks like a burger with some balloons in the sun. Looks like Maya and the teddy bear. Brad. Looks like other kids in the background there. The bad people gave Maya Mr. Barnaby. That's how they stole her. Maya wishes she didn't leave her family. Looks like somebody tried to cut off Mr. Barnaby's head. Maya's family. Okay. Shelly. Like she's holding something, like a doll or something. Shelly looks like, I don't know, lines, veins. Shelly was scared until they gave her some medicine, but it was too much. Then she woke up under the house. Wendy. Little balloon and a doll. Oh, this is getting sad. Now Wendy has no head. Okay. Wendy remembers being dead before she was dead. Before she died. Being dead was supposed to be freedom. But it was another trap, another prison. Blue, BU, little boy it looks like, with a truck or car of some kind. Zach, the boy who burns. Zach doesn't remember his family. Every day he was blurry until his last day. Zach was stuffed in a fireplace after his neck broke. Oh, that's horrible. And then it looks like we're talking about Brad now. Brad is skeleton? Okay. All right. Brad is the oldest. He was someplace dark for a long time. They forgot him and he died. He thinks his body is still where they left it. Mark? Mark remembers running, but he didn't get far. His last thing let me back that up a little bit. The last thing he remembers is a loud bang, then he woke up under the house. Another little girl holding a bunch of balloons. Kate is the scariest one under the house. She has a hand for every hand that hurt her. Oh, wow, okay.
Note, these images are coming from somewhere. I can't believe all of this is the product of her imagination. A young girl shouldn't be able to recall some of these details. So who are these people?
Not everyone under the house wanted to talk. Most can't remember anything but. They are mad because they want to remember.
Well, thank you for doing this. Will it be okay with you and Maya if I keep these?
Sure.
Thank you. So, Jess, why do you think you stopped speaking?
I traded my voice for eyes. Oh, okay. All right. They needed me to see, so I needed to give them something to get something. It was the only way to see my friends. Oh, that's not creepy.
So you don't think you'll ever speak again?
Maybe. It depends.
Depends on what?
If they ever get to leave. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. You can ask me anything.
Maya says you talked to an imaginary friend too. It's why she knew we could trust you. Who is John?
John, I've never mentioned your name to Jess or her parents. They know I'm interested in writing about Jess's case, but they don't know that I'm collaborating with another therapist. I need to think about this a little more. I'll get back to you.
All right, and that's the end of session 4, episode 7. That was okay. So in this session, Jess came in and drew pictures and described all of her friends that she knows of under the house. Um, I kind of see where I think I see where this is going, but I don't want to spoil it. So we'll go ahead and continue on to episode 8. Research.
John, I know you disagree, but I'm leaving for the library. I have to know if any of this is true. I know you think there's a logical explanation not rooted in the supernatural, but unfortunately, I just don't see it. I have never mentioned your name. Your name isn't written anywhere in my office. It's not even on the tapes. And no, I don't edit these videos in the same location I see patients. I've gone over every suggestion you gave me, and none of them line up. Not one. Look at it this way. If I find nothing, this will be your chance to rub it in. Tell me you told me so. God knows it wouldn't be the first time. But if I do find something, then I'm not sure if I'm the right person to help this girl.
Right? She's got her own little goon squad.
It took most of the day, but after going back nearly 10 years, I found what I was looking for.
Okay, what'd you find? Missing Brad Landry. Oh, shit. Please continue the search for Brad Landry 8. Ah. A skeleton boy. Have you seen this child? Zach Hardy, 9, Livingston Parish, native, missing. Police are looking for... Have you seen... police are looking for any information on Zach. Parents say he disappeared Friday afternoon while playing in the front yard alone. His mother, Cadence Hardley, said, I went... All right. This is the little boy with never found. Okay. Wendy Peterson, 8, missing. Police have no leads. Oh, okay. Good job, Vintage 8. I went to get some snacks from the concession stand. By the time I came back, she was getting into someone's van. Tom told me. Okay. Wendy. Missing her head. Another child missing. Kate Jones, 10, taken. Police baffled. Child abductions or serial killer. 10 years of missing children. 15. Oh, what did that say? 15 gone? Let's back that up. Kate Jones, 9. I didn't go back far enough. Hang on. Let's go back. There we go. Another child is missing. Police have no lead. Kate Jones, taken. Police baffled. Child abductions or serial killers. 10 years of missing children. 15 gone without a trace. All right. Kate Jones, 9. Okay, that's the hands girl. Mark Williams, 8, vanished. Shelly Cameron, 7, missing, 4th in the last 4 months. 1 year later, Shelly Cameron's still gone. Okay. Shelly's the string girl. Dozens of children missing across 4 different parishes. Mia Martinez. Oh, wow. Okay, there's Mia. Holy crap. So this girl is not... All right, I'm getting... Now you've got me. You've got me hooked, Vintage. Vintage 8, you've got me. FBI, the Tangafaya Parish Sheriff's Department, and scores neighbors and sources and scores of neighbors and friends are searching for 9-year-old Mia Martinez, who disappeared Saturday at Kate's Crossing Parish Mall. We looked away and she was gone, Miss Martinez says. We have all hands on deck, said Chris Benton, of the FBI agent in charge of the investigation. Oh, so that's little Mia, huh? Okay. Wow. Disappeared Saturday. Chris gone. We looked away. All right, I just read that. Sad end to the Mia Martinez investigation. Body of missing girl found in the trunk of known criminals by Matt Jones. An accident leaving 2 dead appear to have also ended the life of Mia Martinez. The young girl has been missing since Saturday. Her kidnappers, Ralph Kemp, 43, and Jared James, 38, both frequent residents of the parish penitentiary, crashed into a light pole late Sunday night. Heavy alcohol use was likely the culprit. The young girl's body was found in the trunk of their vehicle. It is believed that the child was a victim of a child trafficking scheme. Autopsy results showed that the girl had high doses of heroin in her system. Oh, that's just sad. Fucking sad. Brad, Mia's family. Okay. Mia was basically cut in half.
They're all real, John. They were someone's children, someone's babies. But why are they under that house? Why are they drawn to Jess? Did the Clarks see them too? I understand if you want out of this, John. I know you're not that comfortable. Hold on. Hello? Speaking? What? When? I understand. Thank you. John, Adam was just murdered.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Dad just got whacked.
Adam's funeral went like you might imagine. I didn't expect a big turnout, though. Apparently, Adam was more popular than I thought. Even the Clarks came to pay their respects. But I suppose Kate's Crossing has always been a friendly place.
There's a picture of dead dad.
Poor Adam probably wouldn't agree. Police said it was a carjacking gone wrong, a closed casket funeral. I don't want to know what they mean by gone wrong.
Sad mom, Mia, and brother.
I really feel for Carol and the kids. With everything they've already been through, I imagine the situation seems impossible. I just want to help, but I really don't know how.
Okay.
Carol told me in passing that they were moving back to Houston. She said Jess wanted to do one more session before they left. I should be hopeful, but I keep thinking about what she wrote in the homework.
They will never let me leave.
Do I show Carol the articles and beg her to stay, or let them go and hope for the best? And if they do go, how do I
Hey,
help
as the
those
News
poor
Titans,
children trapped
welcome.
under the house? It's just too much, John. Too much. I have a week before her session. I'm going to think it over.
Session 5. We're doing Children Under the House tonight. We're on episode 9.
Note, I've gone back and forth on this, but after the session, I'm going to share the articles with Carol. If it were me, I'd want to know. Hi, Jess. How are you today?
I'm sad.
I know, but that's okay. It's natural to be sad when we lose someone we care about.
I didn't lose him. He was taken.
Oh my God, Jess. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't be seeing something like this.
It's okay. I'm kind of used to it.
Is that Shelley in the background?
Yes. She liked following Dad. She said the man in the mask seemed familiar. Okay.
Does she know who that is?
No. But she heard his voice before.
Really? Where?
She doesn't remember.
Can you ask her again? Shelley disappeared a decade ago. That can't be a coincidence.
She's sorry. But she doesn't remember, just pieces of things.
Jess, I want you to tell your friends that I want to help them, but I need any information they can give me. Can Shelley or Maya ask the others? Anything might help. Note, she started acknowledging people in every direction. I got the uneasy feeling that this room was filled with children.
That's what it looks like. Got a picture and it looks like different orbs or faces. The other children that were described earlier, maybe? Kind of see faces in there.
Note, for once the young girl looked in charge. She placed her finger on her lips to silence whoever was speaking. Finally, she pointed across the room, then started writing.
Food. They remember hearing people talking. It was loud, but the medicine kept it quiet. It was dark. All of them remember the dark. Some remember more faces than others. Money. There was always money. The woman was nice. She always brought food. Mark said maybe it was a man. He was nice too. He brought toys.
Thank you, Jess. Everybody. I'll do my best to try and figure this out.
You never told me who John was.
John is a friend. We went to school together. We worked together for a few years. He lives in Florida now with his wife and kid. And what Maya has noticed is that I send him tapes of our conversations. I was hoping he could help me with your case, and we were thinking about writing a book about you and your friends.
So he's not a ghost?
No, not yet anyway. Does this bother you? Or your friends?
Nope. Maya was hoping to meet a new ghost. Someone that could help them move on or something. You know, this is goodbye, right?
Yes, your mom told me that you were going back to Houston.
I'm not going back to Houston.
Why not?
Because I'm going to live under the house. The ones that don't remember will never let me leave.
I'm going to try and talk to your mom, okay?
Thanks, but she's not going to listen. Come visit me if you can. Well, this has got my hackles up. End of session 5. Oh, yeah. This one's got my hackles up.
Like before, the following notes are from memory.
I want to thank you for everything you've done for us, for Jess. That was the mom. It was my pleasure. Julia, the therapist. Look, I want to talk to you about Jess's friends. I was having a bad day. Hell, a bad month. I let my imagination... Oh, hold on, I missed that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me back that up a little bit here. Hell, I was having a bad month. I let my imagination get away from me. Miss Daniels, they're real, and I have proof. That can't be true. We've dug up the whole entire yard. We didn't find anything. That's because you weren't looking in the right place. Every name she gave me, I was able to find in the paper. She even knew how Maya perished. Then Jess's problem is supernatural. Then it's a good thing we're leaving. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping you'd consider staying. Why? I'd like to try and help them, and for that, I need Jess also. She doesn't think they're going to let her leave. What does that mean? It sounds like a threat. According to Jess, it is. Then that's a good enough reason to leave, isn't it? Would you want to leave with someone threatening your little girl? I understand, but this might cause more problems than solve. And then there's the other children. Look, I'm sorry about those children. I really am. But I have to worry about my kids first. Thanks for everything.
Jess's last session was 2 weeks ago. The next day, Carol left with Dean and Jess. They didn't get more than 2 miles away from the house when Jess had a violent seizure. Jess hasn't been the same since. She no longer communicates. She just sits in the corner, blankly staring at the wall. Talk later, John.
Okay. All right, so there's a lot to unpack in this episode. Boy, there is a lot to unpack in this episode. So basically, at the beginning of this episode, we started talking about Jess's dad was murdered in a failed carjacking. And so she's sad, incredibly sad. And as she's talking to the therapist, she realizes, she tells the therapist that the other kids recognize the voice, or at least they think they recognize the voice, but they couldn't remember a face or anything else around it. So Jess goes in her conversations, tells the therapist, hey, I can't leave. And the mom's like, hey, I need to get my kid out of here. The therapist goes to the mom. That was the conversation we just had a moment ago. And as they're leaving away, Jess has a seizure. So that's where we're at now. And now she's completely mute and sitting in the corner, just staring off into nothingness. That's kind of what I've got from this. So if anybody else has anything more, I'd like to do a shout out to As the News Titans. Thanks for being here, bud. Creepy Clown Girl, Rachel Smith. Appreciate y'all. All right, we're going to go ahead and get back to it. Episode 10 coming up. Review. Okay. Man, Vintage 8 did a great job on this.
I'm afraid we're going to lose Jess. Yesterday she had her 4th seizure. The poor child seems weaker by the day. Every time the phone rings, I'm afraid it's Carol calling me with the worst.
We got a picture of Jess just laying in bed.
The good news is that Jess still communicates. Each morning I find several of her drawings waiting for me in the office. At least, I hope that it's her leaving me drawings.
Me too. It looks like Jess is dying or dead. Okay, looks like she's now with the other spirits. It's scary where I am. It's like another world here. It's dark and cold. All right, they're saying she's dead, but they just said she isn't. Dad isn't here. Shelly said he moved on. Dad reached out, tried to take her along, but something kept her here. Same thing keeping us all here. They are so confused. Fuck hell, I'm confused. They try to remember, but they can't. They are stuck in a loop that makes no sense. They only recognize pieces of things. Is this going to happen to me? It's got a picture of her crying. Tell Mom she can leave. I'll be okay. Oh, that's a picture of her mom crying. Tell Mom and Dean I love them.
Jess is not dead yet. There has to be a way to save this girl, a way to get her soul back in her body. But time is running out. I called the Clarks in desperation. I was surprised they moved back to Kate's Crossing. Apparently, RV life didn't suit them. Mrs. Clark probably thought I was crazy. I can't imagine too many people who expect to get a call asking if they've seen ghost children in their home.
Mark, Kate, Shelly, Brad.
I gave her Maya's name. Brad, Shelly, Wendy, Mark, all of them. She was clueless. She couldn't recall anything weird ever happening in that house. I must have sounded hopeless. She asked me several times to come by their place. Said we could talk over lemonade. I, of course, declined. I just don't have the time.
Hell no, I wouldn't do it.
Jess doesn't have the time.
I have a feeling
This
about
is
the
outside
Clarks.
my realm of expertise. I probably should call a priest, but I've always been more comfortable behind a stack of books than kneeling on a pew.
All right.
The following are the notes I accumulated over 3 days of
Got
continuous
some
research.
Jesus in you.
I never would have imagined that there were so many books dedicated to spirits, ghosts, demons, and the afterlife.
What creates a ghost? Murder, especially those that remained unsolved. Sometimes a ghost will not move on until the murder is solved. Best hope of ending this, but who could have done this? Those are our notes. Lack of a proper burial, possible. Most of the children have never been found. 3. Time loops. Ghosts might be stuck in their last moments. Why don't they remember their last moments? Question mark. Older ghosts may remember less and less of their former lives. But what if they already... What if they already don't remember? What's left? Is anything left? Emotions? Question mark. Anger. Was Jess possessed? Don't demons possess people? Can ghosts possess people? Is that the case here? Under possession? No, no, no. The children are victims too. All right.
What the hell am I missing? I've been racking my head for days. What am I not seeing?
Too many questions. Who could have done this? What is their motive? Connection between the kids. How does Ralph Kemp and Jared James fit in? Were they the killers? Were there others? Heroin? Why are the kids under the Clark's house? What was the motive? Why was Adam killed? What was the motive? Oh, here it is. Is it the location or Jess? Why was Adam killed? What was the motive? Maybe there's a piece of something in one of the drawings that I missed. Or maybe in one of the newspapers. Body of... Oh, hold on. Okay. High doses of heroin in her system. We focused in on that. Drugs and drug use. Effects of heroin can cause a dreamlike state. Is that why the children don't remember? Their last memories were a drug-induced dream-like haze. They are reliving that confusion. But why would you do this? They weren't murdered. The children were being trafficked. Burger Shack, Shelly, Wendy.
It's like Jess said, the ghosts only see pieces.
Oh crap, I think I'm seeing it. Mark, Shelly, Mark. They're all at the Burger Shack. Kate. Wendy. It's like the Clarks in the window. Brad. Yeah, there's the... Oh, wow, okay.
They were at the Burger Shack, John.
Oh, okay. Gotta know.
And who do these drawings look like?
The Clarks.
Oh my God, it was the Clarks. And I've told them everything. I need to go to the police. But who's gonna believe this? The Clarks are one of the most prominent families in Kate's Crossing.
Who cares?
And I can't believe that a child's drawings will hold up in a court of law. I need to get Carol and those kids out of that house. And I shudder to think what would have happened if I took Mrs. Clark's offer for lemonade. I'd probably be under that house too.
Okay. Jesus.
Hello?
Sorry.
Really? That's incredible news. Yes, I'll be right over. And Mrs. Daniels, I have a lot to tell you. I don't think we can trust the Clarks, but we'll talk more when I get there. John, Jess woke up, but I'm sure you'll hear about this before you get the tape. I'm dropping this in the mail as I leave for the Daniels. If I or any of us disappear, it was the Clarks.
All right. Episode 11.
So many thoughts were racing through my mind as I drove to the Daniels home. The Clarks, Adam, the children, Jess. Why was she able to wake up now? What changed? Did I do something? Hell, maybe the ghost let Jess go. Maybe she escaped. Why does this feel too easy? And why is it when you have somewhere to be, you hit every red light? It was like something was telling me to stay away. The moment I walked through the front door, I found Mr. Clark pointing a gun in my face. Jess wasn't awake. I was lured here, and I didn't need to guess why. I knew in my heart that this was my fault. We were all going to die.
House call.
John, I know you've heard me tell this story a dozen times now, but the following drawings are Jess's account of the event. Although she was unconscious for the majority of the experience, Jess was incredibly accurate.
Clark's plan was simple. They were going to shoot us, then burn the house down. You were supposed to leave after your husband died. Why didn't you just leave, Mrs. Clark? We tried, but Jess got sick. We figured killing your husband, we wouldn't have to kill the kids. We figured kill your husband and we wouldn't have to kill the kids. Now our hands are tied. That's Mr. Clark. Jess, I hope you can hear me because we need your help. That's Miss Lou. We can't leave. Please don't hurt my babies. That's Mrs. It doesn't matter. This is on you. What about the other children? Were your hands tied when you kidnapped them? Hurt them? We never hurt a single kid. It was just a business. Okay, now we're getting to some truth. Tell that to the families you ruined. You might not have pulled the trigger or taken the life, but you sent them on their way. And that makes you worse? You knew what kind of monsters you were feeding them to. Oh. As nasty as it is, the money saved us. I'm alive because of... Oh, hold on. Let's get a little fast here. We're going to go back. It saved us. I'm alive because of it. I'm not apologizing for surviving. Even the devil thinks he's justified. That's cute. But I think we have heard enough from you. Looks like he's pointing a gun. Shoot him and let's burn this place. Mom, I don't want to die. Close your eyes, baby. Tell me. Do you even remember their names?
John, I knew I only had one shot to survive this. I needed the children to remember. The children were in this house with the Clarks for years, and they never made contact. I needed the Clarks to confess, admit to the crime, and if my time being a therapist has taught me anything, people want to validate their actions. You just need to know how to ask.
I remember all of their names and faces. You don't forget that. Mia, Mark, Wendy, Shelley, Zach, Brad, Kate, Sue, Wes, June, Linda, Christian, Gladys. Those little faces behind the cages. We aren't monsters. Nobody wants to see a kid cry. That's why you drug them. Enough. But what I can't figure is how you knew those names. We had this place scrubbed. You shouldn't have gotten that from a box of toys. Toys I thought were destroyed. Simple, they told me. Hey, Mia, they remember you. Do you remember them? Looks like ghosts coming. We remember you now. Oh, shit. We remember everything. Oh, it looks like all the kids are coming up out of the... You took us. Now we take you. Looks like all the kids are out. There's Kate, Brad, Zach, Mia. Now, no, we're sorry. This is Clark.
The children ripped the Clarks apart, then dragged every piece back into the shadows. They left nothing, not even blood.
Oh. Oh yeah, pictures of them tearing them apart.
After that, Jess woke up. The only thing left of the Clarks was their gun and a news story.
Owners of the beloved Burger Shack missing. Police have no leads. Clark vehicle found, but police still have no suspects. Police fear the worst in the Clark's disappearance.
No one will ever know what they did except us, and they will probably always be remembered as the kindly couple who owned the Burger Shack. But according to Jess, they got what they deserved.
They're in hell. End of house call. All right, I'm going to stop it right there. So, what basically happened, Dr. Lou goes over to the house to talk. The Clarks are there. She shows up. It's a trap. She gets the Clarks to confess and say all the kids' names. The kids then tear them apart and drag them to hell. That's the simplified version. Man, for Vintage 8, props. I am invested in this story. Oh my God. For using a bunch of children's and one voice and a bunch of drawings, like, crayon style drawings, man, you have got me hooked. Holy crap, this is amazing. Good job. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Sounds like I'll put another VHS tape in. Final session.
It's been 2 weeks since Jess woke up. Carol said things felt different in the home, brighter. She said it felt like a different house.
All right.
Carol told me they were finally moving back to Houston. Jess had been in a great mood since, but she still has not said a word. Maybe the children took her voice with them. So how are you today?
Great.
Are you looking forward to moving back to Houston?
Yes, I miss my friends. I wish Dad was coming, but I know he's somewhere watching over us.
I'm sure he is, Jess. Your mom said you still aren't speaking. Have you given it a try? No, Jess just shrugged and smiled. Looks like I got my wish. I got a happy Jess after all.
Yay. A happy Jess.
Have you seen Maya or the others?
I got my wish too.
They are free now.
No, John. Her little voice was the sweetest sound I've ever heard.
Aww.
We spent the rest of the session playing old board games. We had a good time, and then after we said goodbye. Like I said, John, this would make one hell of a book, but I don't think it's a book I can write. At least not now. Maybe one day I'll come back to this case. Maybe. Besides, no one will ever believe it. I think it would be better to just let these children rest. Sorry to waste your time, John. We can talk it over when I come down for Thanksgiving.
Final session. Looks like it. Is that the last one?
It's been 10 years since I've looked at these tapes. I thought about destroying them, but that doesn't feel right. I followed up on Carol, Dean, and Jess. Carol has a job in some accounting firm. She never remarried. Dean went to college. He's studying finance. Jess seems to be happy. She's about to graduate and move to New York for college. Carol says she doesn't remember Maya or the ghost children. Neither her or Dean ever bring it up. And maybe neither should I.
The Children Under the House by Vintage 8. Wow. Oh. All right. Vintage 8. Holy crap. That was amazing. Good job. I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted on this one. This was all right. I've never been so intrigued by crayon drawings and, you know, just little, you know, it just, and then hearing her voice, that just kind of brought a joy to my heart. Man, I this one, 2 thumbs up all day long. Subscribed. Please, everybody, go to Vintage 8's channel here. Give a thumbs up. Let them know what you think of the video. Let them know what you think of the series. Also, we're going to probably do some, man, if this one caught me like this, I think we're going to do some more Vintage 8 stuff here. I really like it. Looks like we got a couple, let's see what we got for playlists. We got Itch, The Human Trial, Sacrilege, It Lives in the Static, The Swarm. Oh, okay. Oh, we got some extras here. What do we got here for extras? I want to play What's Your Name? Hello. All right. From the questionnaire. Oh, these are all kinds of little drawings. I'll leave that for you guys to explore. I really recommend going to Vintage 8's channel and making sure that these content creators know that we appreciate them by giving them likes and subscriptions. Yeah, he's got 178 videos, so I know we're definitely going to be coming back to Vintage 8 at some point. At some point here. All right, I guess with that, thank you all for being here at Midnight Madness. I know it's cliche, but if you can give me a thumbs up, share the video around, and let them know. Our next video will be on Friday at midnight. We're going to be doing, I might have a little bit of a house full here, but we're going to be doing our next video Friday at midnight. So Pacific Standard Time. So please join us. Again, I'm Crazy Ken, and this is my Midnight Madness. Everybody, have a good night, and stay safe out there. Bye.